everybody, welcome back to another episode of Creations with Christina. Okay, so today we are doing the owl card from the Wild Card cartridge on page 72. And let's see, I did the owl on the regular cut and the blackout cut. I did the envelope, the tree icon, and both the liner functions. So let me show you how to put that together. Okay, we're going to start with our envelope. And this is just some Basil cardstock, and I'm just going to go ahead and fold all of my score lines. And I pre-score before I even start. So, okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tombow adhesive because I needed a little time because I know I wouldn't be able to kind of set this in the right spot without messing up royally. So let's go ahead and adhere that. I just needed to get a little wiggle room just so I line it up right. Okay, there we go. If you put too much on, it'll come out from underneath. And then what we're going to do is, it also cuts out on the icon feature. This is the top of the tree, and I'm using, this is K & Company cards, pattern paper. I do not remember which pack it's from, but I will find out for you and put it on the video. I don't know about you, but if I'm doing adhesive, that's something that's going to stick right away, I will mess up every single time, especially if I'm doing it on video. So, and now I'm just going to do, this is going to be our tree top. So our tree is going to be all the same pattern paper. I'm running out of adhesive here. There we go. So now, when we fold it up, it's going to look like this. Isn't that cute? Okay, let me just go ahead and add some tombow right here. And then some tombow right on the bottom flap. And there we go. That is our envelope. Isn't that just cool? I love to use pattern paper. I like to challenge myself by using different pattern paper instead of using, you know, the usual, you know, if you were doing the tree, you would have done it with a brown trunk and the green. So, all right, now we're going to work on the card. This is the card in the blackout feature. It's cut at 4.5 inches, as well as all the other parts for our card is cut at 4.5 inches. So the first thing I'm going to do is I cut out the owl in both the blackout and the regular. But what I'm going to do is actually cut off this part so I just have the front part of our owl. So let me just go ahead and do that. There we go. And now I'm going to add my owl. Well, actually before... No, I can go ahead and add my owl. What I did was, it cuts out these little V's, and what I did was I just took my finger and kind of rolled them up. So it just gives it a little more dimension. See that? And now when you put it on the card, you'll see the blue poking through. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down. And just curl up those little flaps again. Okay, now I have to tell you something funny. This owl's eyes, just, I don't know, they kind of creep me out a little. I don't know why, but they just do. I don't know, I'm weird. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I saved, when I cut out my owl, I saved the center part to the eyes. Because I'm using the same color cardstock on the outside, and I didn't want it to be blue and blue. So I'm just going to set these eyes right back in here. And it doesn't matter if the pattern doesn't line up, because once I put the outside on, you're not going to even see that. So, and now I'm going to go ahead and put my owl's eyes on, and I'm just going to use my tombow for this, if it doesn't run out. So there's our first one. He is cute. I don't know, when I was laying him out before I started taping, his eyes just kind of, I don't know, they just weirded me out a little. I'm weird. I know. Okay. So, there we go. That is our card. You can add, I was going to add some ribbon maybe, but I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Or maybe I'll add the ribbon anyway, just for fun. Let me see if I need to, if I could do this without having to punch a little hole in there. I think I can. I think I can. And this ribbon is satin ribbon from Paper Tray Ink. It is called, let me see now, Spring Rain. I love this ribbon. I love the color blue. And we're just going to trim these. So, now that I have the ribbon on, I don't know if I like it, but there is our card, the owl card from the Wild Card cartridge. So, thanks for watching another episode of Creations with Christina. I'll see you next time. Bye!